Pushkin at 50s, Kevin Darley. Midas Way at 16-1, Johnny Murta. Those drawn low here will be very wide. They have one right-hand turn to negotiate. High numbers possibly have a slight advantage. Merjan 14-1, Paul Hannigan, an advantage in those early stages anyway. Number 5 is It's the Limit, Mick Kennan at 25-1. The favourite, Distant Prospect, past winner in 2001, Frankie Dettori, 9-1. Escaola at 20-1, John Egan. Joe Fanning on Manor d'Argent at 50s at 16-1, Penny Pictures and Ryan Moore. Trance and Philip Makin at 50-1. Tempsford and Darrell Holland 20-1 chances. 16s King Ida and Ted Durkin. Contact Dancer Royston Ffrench at 20-1. At 33s Al Mazan and Chris Catlin. Hallen for Nicky Mackay is next in the list at 66-1. Landon Stars and Paul Doe 33s. At 14s Tungsten Strike and Martin Dwyer. Monolith and Nelson de Souza at 14-1. Historic Place, Richard Thomas at 20-1. Joint favourite now, Mr. Ed at 10-1. Mr. Ed joint favourite now under Jimmy Quinn. Mujalina at 66-1, David Kinsella. And Stance right here for young Jonathan Jones. Astyanax at 33s, Jamie Mackay. High Point at 50-1, Simon Whitworth. Adrian McCarthy rides Theatre at 66-1. Christensen and Frankie McDonald. Glory Quest at 100-1, Brian Riley. At 16s, The Last Cast and Fran Ferris. It's Definite, Franny Norton at 33-1. Also 33s, Kudex and Colin Haddon. Duran Fenterman rides Lagan Bay at 100-1. Dubai 7 Stars at 66-1, Dominic Fox. And Kaluana Court, Natalia Gemalova at 100-1. And Nakwa and Alan Daly right at the bottom, last one in at 100-1.
It's 40-1 from 66-1. The top one, No Refuge. She was top price 14 this morning. 20 on the course is now 16-1 here. More supports coming from Merjan at 14-1. Some bookmakers are calling only 15-1 against Contact Dancer, number 15. And there's also support for Tungsten Strike and Good Old Monolith at 14.
Second leg of the autumn double, and rearing up was one there. It was might have been Penny Pictures or possibly Christensen, but whatever it was very slow. I think it was Penny Pictures in the early stages. Up with the pace. Tempsford is not too far away with in the green cap Pushkin. Christensen's right there, so it wasn't him that missed the start. I think it was Penny Pictures. Mujalina on the near side, green cap Contact Dancer. The blue and yellow hoop sleeves, The Last Cast on the near side through the first quarter mile. Manor d'Argent on the near side, the red armlets with the red and yellow is Astyanax, and then It's Definite not far behind. And these leaders are tracked out wide by Stance, red and white colours from also Midas Way. And then wide is No Refuge in the dark blue sleeve jacket. Frankie on Distant Prospect about halfway down at the moment, horse in a sheepskin noseband, but it's The Last Cast from Pushkin. Third, Contact Dancer. Mujalina maroon on the far side, pulls hard. Stance moving forward near side in the white sleeves. Then Astyanax, It's Definite, Manor d'Argent, followed by Landon Stars, No Refuge. Then on the outside is Theatre, the orange and black jacket, followed by Kaluana Court, Distant Prospect, red cap, sheepskin noseband just inside Kaluana Court, who's tanking along. Tempsford over on the far side, rather shielded. A bit worse than midfield, Tungsten Strike, white face Tungsten Strike, dark blue silks, near side cheek pieces, Mr. Ed. Then in the yellow Nakwa with Hallen not far behind. Historic Place is well back at the moment in the blue jacket with the lighter stars with It's the Limit towards the rear as well, along with Glory Quest as they make their one and only turn, and Lagan Bay is probably just about last. The Last Cast leads the way as they turn onto the straight part of the course now, heading to the Rowley Mile, and it's The Last Cast from Pushkin. Stance on the near side, Theatre coming a bit wide of these. Then behind them Kaluana Court, and chasing them up is Christensen over on the far side, following Contact Dancer through. As they tend towards the centre of the heath, they may even end up completely on the stand side if that's where they think the best ground is. It's where Landing Light won 12 months ago under Pat Edry. Last Cast leads just from Theatre, Kaluana Court, then Pushkin over on the far side. Manor d'Argent picking up on the near side in the noseband is High Point, and in the red cap Distant Prospect not far off them now as they head down towards the final 6 furlongs. And up front it's Theatre making the running at about 35 miles an hour from The Last Cast. Then Contact Dancer. Mujalina's come through over on the far side. Also coming through is Monolith, white jacket, black cap over on the far side. No Refuge is just hunting up the leaders in the dark blue sleeves. Then High Point from Mr. Ed in the cheek pieces behind runners, and then Landon Stars and Merjan, the Northumberland Plate winner, also getting to the race as well. They head down towards the final 3.5 furlongs now in the Cesarewitch, and Theatre just about holds sway. The last cast, Contact Dancer, Christensen getting into it over on the far side, and then behind these is Mr. Ed and High Point. Distant Prospect beginning to unwind, and also Merjan as now they head towards the final 2 furlongs or so. And forces spread right across the track. The last cast in the centre, Contact Dancer and Christensen over on the far side. High Point and Mr. Ed come through on the near side. Merjan continues to stay on. Escayola's getting into it from the rear, and then Cudex on the far side in the orange jacket. They race inside the final furlong. Contact Dancer from Cudex, then Mr. Ed on the near side with High Point. 100 yards left to go. Contact Dancer from Mr. Ed stays on powerfully with High Point. Contact Dancer just prevails from Mr. Ed, then High Point, Cudex, Landon Stars runs on, then Escayola and Merjan, and they trail back to Midas Way, King Ida, It's Definite, Well Beat, so too Glory Quest, Tungsten Strike amongst the last to finish, and practically pulled up Kaluana Court and also Pushkin. Contact Dancer by about a half length to Mr. Ed in second. The result coming through now.
That's to number 15.
It's confirmed. Contact Dancer is the winner.
Second, number 22.
From Mr. Ed in second.
Third, and number 26.
Third is High Point, and fourth Cudex. And if you're betting for fifth each way, Escayola was fifth. Royston Ffrench wins.
And it touched 20 to 1 here on the course. The runner-up, Mr. Ed, the 10 to 1, joint favourite, Mr. Ed, along with Distant Prospect, also sent off at 10 to 1. Third was High Point, 17th a year ago to Landing Light. Third today, 50 to 1, High Point. The fourth was Quedex. Peter Jones, the chairman of the Tote, fancied that. That was beaten 50 to 1 chance, 7th 4 years ago to Heroes Fatale. Fourth today, a double carpet, 33 to 1. Most bookmakers pay on the fifth horse, and that'll be William Haggis's, who was our guest on the morning line, is Escayola. Fifth at 20 to 1.